Podcast like a motherfucker.
Welcome back
to Amazon Podcasts, episode number something. Yeah,
104.
we're at Christopher's place.
Yeah, wow, mansion.
I think the acoustics in here actually might be really echoey.
Yeah. Do you want to listen back to?
We're in a cave.
Yeah, or we just.
Nah, it'll be fine. I don't really care that much, to be honest. It's not
Yeah,
like
exactly.
we have the highest quality like finishing of episodes.
Are you sure? Yeah.
Quite sure.
It's like a room where he hasn't like put anything on the walls yet, so. He
And
just,
there's also like a massive I'm gonna call it a beer garden,
yeah, it is a little bit.
like
Yeah.
a winter garden thing in here.
Yeah. It's yeah. It could be like you put in some plants in there and a couple of tables to be perfect.
I would just put in like a bar and a long dresser
Just a bar.
table.
Just like no fucking plants. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. So Casimir's over to Denmark for the
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, it's been a while. I feel
Yeah,
like.
yeah, actually some time. I mean, we've seen each other a couple of times.
Yeah, it's actually
since-
like in
We're in
Munich, of
Scotland.
course, in Scotland.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's been the two recent ones. But yeah, and then maybe I'll come back before like.
yeah,
summer
we'll
as
see
well.
before the baby arrives and
Yeah.
whatnot. So
After
yeah,
the baby arrives,
I think
stuff.
let's just jump right into it. So
Yeah.
everyone started 40k.
Yeah, it's pretty mad here in here. in
Yeah,
Denmark.
I don't know if we jumped on the bandwagon or they jumped on our bandwagon, but everyone is on the bandwagon.
Yeah, exactly. I think they've been doing it for a while, but I felt the intensity wasn't very high until we.
Right, boys.
Suddenly, like, okay, now we're doing it. I'm like, whoa.
All the hobbies have been going crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's happening.
Yeah, the chat was a bit dead, and then like.
Right, now we've got Kill Team 40k, let's go. Yeah, Patrick's back in the mix, like everyone
Yeah,
is...
Patrick is insane. Like, have you had him on the podcast recently?
Yeah, we had him on the podcast.
Yeah, he's painting so much.
He was listening to
It's-
Alex talking about Horus Heresy and Space Marines, and he just
It's
like...
like, bam.
And we inspired him, apparently.
Yeah, which is I haven't listened to that episode, but I'm like, isn't that like?
I was falling asleep at the end.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't know if those things go together in my mind, but
But like, actually, because I'm reading the Horus Heresy now,
yeah. Oh yeah, true.
And-
How far are you?
and I am on book 3.
Okay, so you're best. They're easy to read.
Yeah,
so they're
yeah,
fast.
but actually what Alex was telling me, like I kind of remembered, so it wasn't like it was actually incorrect or I was too drunk or I was falling asleep. Like what actually Alex was actually saying was completely correct. Like he nailed it really well. So I think Alex did quite a good job, to be fair. But at the end I was falling asleep and we
Because
had
like
to cut it.
if you ask me to recap those books, I will not do a good I won't do a good job because I read them when I was like 19.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's like I mean I have like a vague memory
Yeah.
of them, but I can't tell you any like details of like.
Yeah, but I think Alex read them quite recently. I assume based on his recap ability. I mean, he's also like maybe able to recall stuff
Maybe
really
he's
well. I
a
don't know.
little bit autistic
Yeah.
like all of us, you know, but just in a different way.
And I just read them, so I think I could. But
Yeah.
you know, like, but it was quite interesting. So yeah, I think what we should do is we should jump in. Basically, like you should tell me where you've been since we started 40k.
Where the fuck are you?
Yeah, because I think maybe the last time we were on the podcast, we were
we're
talking
discussing
about it,
doing it. Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
what's happened since then, basically, so since Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I mean, so I've started. I haven't really got as far as you guys because I was spending like a lot of time painting the Forbidden Psalm stuff, which I was really like happy about, and then I just kind of like so I just kind of started with my army scheme, and I started doing Chaos Space Marines, and I wanted to because I had this idea of like having them really brightly colored and then having the trim really dark. And once I did that on one model, but didn't really have enough trim for that to come through, the Terminator I painted.
But this was like a childhood dream of yours in some way, right?
Yeah, like not specifically the color scheme, but like the army itself.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what I played when I was a kid. So like, for me, I'm like, okay, well, for me, it's not just like starting a new game. It's also
nostalgia.
like when they released the new models for this faction, I was like, oh, this is what I thought they looked like as a kid, you know. And I was like, I really want to get them. And then you know, the rational part of my brain was like,
well, I can't play them. I
yeah,
can't
like, well,
use
why
them.
do you really want to play 40k? And I'm like, I guess not. I guess I'll just play Knife Age, you know, whatever. and then when you guys are like, you know, like you became enthusiastic about it, I'm like, oh, this is like now I have like the license to do it, you know? I have the excuse. Even if I don't play, even if I only play when I come visit, like I have the license.
I can't rationalize why I'm playing 40k. I can't. And not in any way.
Like looking at you from the outside, it seems to me like you just really needed a new thing.
Yeah, I think
because like
Ninth Age was not working.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of feel it as well, like because I mean I still play a bit of Ninth Age, but not super actively. But like it doesn't inspire me to do hobby. That's the thing. Like for me, Ninth Age, I paint stuff because I'm like I want to play this list at tournament. But then as I paint it, I'm like.
Oh, 40 more rats.
Yeah. But I'm not even painting 40 rats. I'm like painting one monster, but I'm like not enthusiastic about it because like when it's on the table, it feels so much like a gaming piece. Like if
I'm using every like waking minute of my free time to paint 40k because I'm excited about it.
Yeah, exactly. And that to me, like in Knife Edge, that doesn't exist. Like for me at least, for me, it's like in Knife Edge, it feels like playing fucked up chess. You know, like it's a little bit like okay, well. You could just replace this thing with like a symbol, and when you play the game, it's the same. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's so different with this game because, like, you know, like you have all the reading material, all the things, like there's so much stuff to consume to make you excited about it, right? And that really does something, you know.
Yeah, I think something that I noticed a while ago with Games Workshop books is that back in 6th edition Warhammer, which was when I was like playing back in the day. The books had more like say like narrative stories in.
Yeah.
And then when I got back into it in 8th edition, it wasn't. There was only like they say like the generic history kind of thing.
Sure.
And that's something that I think they're missing from the 40k books.
They also you feel like the 40k books are also like generic.
Yeah, to some extent it could be written by ChatGPT.
Yeah, true.
It's a bit like, here's the 40k lore, write me 300 words on this Eldar unit. Yeah. And that's what it is. That makes me a bit disappointed, but I think there's so much around. Yeah. You don't really get the lore from the army book.
Yeah, which is interesting because like that's something because I told you like one of the things I want to do because I've been like buying Chaos Codexes just like through
the years.
Yeah, because
really ages.
Because I was so obsessed with it as a kid. Like this was really like it was really you know like usually people go like oh this is my army you know and in fantasy I'm like I played lots of different things like but in 40k was always like I always played only Chaos and it was the only thing I cared about you know so I always bought the books and I used to read the fluff you know back then so now I bought the new one of course and I read it and I had kind of not the same experience but it feels
very generic.
It feels way less impactful now than it used to.
Diluted a bit.
Yeah, it's diluted but it's also like the fact that before the books were in this classical like how was an 8th edition like it was first you had like a storyline then you had some stories or whatever and then you had like each
you're kind
unit.
of a bit immersed in it in some way you're like it's like a story going through the book or there's some like little like, bits around the outside that kind of like bring you in a bit. Yeah,
exactly. And then it had like each unit has like a little description or a story of that unit doing something or whatever, like that kind of, right?
Actually, kind of like the new 9th Age books, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, me too. But then the new modern 40k books, they've just scrapped all like that unit stuff. So like in the Chaos book, at least, it's like it has like a generic, like a brief story about like you know how did this happen? Like brief Horus Heresy.
Yeah.
What is going on right now?
It's all history. It's not narrative.
Yeah. Then there's like in the Chaos book there was like 2 narratives or something, and then they talk about the special characters. They have like a spread about each big special character, and then there's like nothing about the units, nothing. Then it's just rules after that, and I'm like,
okay, really.
I was really surprised, you know, because like there's lots of new units that weren't there when I was a kid.
So you want to know what they are?
Yeah, exactly. But as a kid, you're like reading about the story about how the Chaos Bikers are doing this. You're like, ooh, you know, like now it's just like okay, it's just a data slate, like it's just like a little thing with stats. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess you know. But then conversely, it has like it had like a fucking. There's a new like special character that wasn't a thing when I was a kid, which is like some kind of demon engine smith who's like a demon who makes demon engines basically.
Cool.
And he had like a fucking huge amount of lore and I'm like I don't give a shit about this guy like
I want to know what units do.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to like you know like I want to hear about the characters I know from as a kid, you know, like not this guy, you know, that I'm not gonna buy.
So this was like let's call it like a teenage fantasy that you wanted to play Chaos Space Marines and how have you like realized that now?
Yeah, so I realized that like one of the things that I really enjoyed about Chaos as a kid was this like mixed, like the fact that it was a bit of everything. Like I remember one of the things I hated as a kid was that you could not get any cultists like in your Chaos army. Like when I was a kid, it was like
Just
Chaos Space
Marines,
Marines.
yeah.
That was it. Like and of course they had like
Rhino.
rhinos, marks, vehicles, whatever. But there was no like humans worshipping Chaos, and I was
Yeah.
like, this doesn't make any sense because in the fluff it's like just like with the Space Marines, right? Like mostly it's just dudes who are fed up with the system and like worship Chaos and demons come, right? And then sometimes there's this like genetic super guy who comes from whatever.
Yeah, it's like it's also the thing with Space Marines. Like from what I've heard, it's like there's like a unit of Space Marines, but there's like 1,000 Imperial Guard behind them. Yeah.
So I always say that, and now they added that, but then in the previous editions they moved out all the marked stuff, like all the Nurgle things is in one book, all the Khorne stuff is another book.
Yeah,
They seem
to be moving things around a lot.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't know, and I don't play Chaos, so I don't know. But there seems to be when you guys are talking, you're like, oh yeah, you can use like demons as allies, and this one, and there's some cultists and these kind of things.
So in the previous editions, that was to me really demotivating because it was like you had to use them as allies, kind of like how it was in 8th edition, where it's like, oh, you can use allies, but usually in normal games people go like no allies. You know? And that doesn't matter. But now how they solved this is pretty like nice in the sense that there's like a specific thing in the Chaos book which is like this is like an exception to the normal rules, but you could take, for example, I could take like a Plague Marine, a Nurgle guy in my core as just a generic core choice, and he gets all the rules from my army and everything. Like he's not like a separate entity, you know. And
so you can use any mark, basically.
Yeah, exactly, and it can't exceed like 25% of the army, but that's fine. So that was the first part. Like amazing. That would also be a bit. Good to get one of each.
Yeah, one of each chosen.
But then what really switched it for me was when they didn't want to redo the Chaos Demon Codex, so they just released like new demon rules online for free. And one of the detachments they did is like this Be'lakor detachment, which is kind of undivided demons. It's just a mix, and that detachment is literally like. You can take half your army from Chaos Space Marines and half from demons, and you just smush it together, and you get like a shit ton of cool rules with it.
That sounds
like,
good.
The only drawback is you can have no vehicles, and I'm like, perfect.
I don't have to buy paint vehicles.
I don't want to paint any vehicles, because also the Chaos Space Marine vehicles, they're the same from when I was a kid. They haven't released new ones. Yeah. It's the same fucking kits.
I was also looking at like the Eldar vehicles and like some of the older Eldar kits are like 1994.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
The tank that you just built, I had one of those as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, and when you showed me the spruce, I'm like, this is the same.
Yeah,
like,
exactly the same. Hasn't changed.
And it's like that. I mean, like I still think they look pretty good, but
I think they haven't sort of aged.
It's like a timeless aesthetic kind of.
Yeah, they still fit.
But like it doesn't get me as excited.
The drivers though, they have aged. The drivers look really dumb.
I know. Oh, I really enjoyed it. Like I was hoping we didn't really manage to wind you up that much about it, but I was like, come on, we have to
bite. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, because
this we can talk about in my hobby section.
Yeah, sure.
So you've been building Chaos Space Marines.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's really that to me is really fun because I own a lot of random demon bits from over the years, and now I can like actually use them. And it's not like a kind of downgrade because I want to mix stuff. It's like literally, it seems like a decently good list. That's that doesn't. Yeah, it's not like a drawback from just playing normal stuff.
And so since you started, have you had to buy things?
So I bought the box that we bought together, which had like Chosen.
What's called like
character.
Omens or something.
Yeah, Dark Omens. It was like an old release box.
Yeah, but it was actually quite good. Like I got an Autarch, a unit of Shroud Runners, and a unit of Rangers, and from what I can tell, like one of these things is pretty useful in every army.
Yeah, exactly.
So great.
Yeah, like for me, it's like Chosen, great units, like powered up Space Marines basically, and then you get like a demon engine and a guy who can like a character that buffs demon engines basically.
Yeah.
Demon engine seems fine as well. So yeah, so I bought that and I bought the kill team, the legionary kill team, which is you could use as just a generic squad.
Yeah.
And that's all I bought like a character as well, and that's all I bought. And the funny thing is that then when I start going through my boxes with like all the demon stuff, I'm like, I already have enough.
I can make an army.
I have enough, and I haven't made enough to make like a decent army as well. Like the only thing for me that's on my shopping list is that I want to buy stuff to convert my what are they called, Skull Crushers, like the Warriors guys on Juggernauts to like Chaos Space Marines and Juggernauts basically. which is not really a unit entry, but I'm just gonna play them as demons on Juggernauts.
Yeah, well, I think in this day and age, especially when we've been playing 9th Age for so long, it's like it's quite acceptable for you to use these as long as they're on the right base size.
Yeah, exactly. And it will be the literal Juggernaut is the same. It's just you'd be a Space Marine instead of a Bloodletter. So probably also going to cost me more money because I would buy a Space Marine. They
will look cool.
Yeah, exactly. So
but you're going to use the actual Juggernaut models.
Yeah. I have 6 of them just lying around, and like that to me, that also gets me excited because I know I have too much shit lying around. So I'm like kind of excited to like use some of the things I already have to like build stuff. Yeah. Cool. But yeah,
and you were talking before I interrupted you about the color scheme.
Oh yeah, so basically so the color scheme was, so I had this idea that I wanted to have it to be super bright because usually I paint everything a bit too dark, I feel like. And the idea was like, okay, I'll have like a color transition, and originally it was going to be from like blue to yellow or green to yellow or something like that, and then have very dark trim to make like the contrast. And I tried that on one model, and it was it was enjoyable, and it turned out okay, other than the blue jeans, you know.
But I was making fun of Casimir. the model said like blue trousers.
Yeah, because basically I started like I was like, oh, he was like summoning a demon, so I was like, let's just make the whole fucking rainbow in color transition. I started on purple, up to blue to green to yellow.
Like purple shoes with blue jeans.
Yeah, exactly. And
it was blended.
Yeah,
for the record, but it wasn't like blue.
But it was funny because when I sprayed it first, it was way more blended, and then I like painted his belt, and then it became really like separated. It's like blue and the green. I'm like, fuck. I was pretty happy with like overall.
The transition was nice, but it was more like the fact that I think
that it was right. If it was just shifted, it would be fine. Right?
Yeah, if you'd have done the green like halfway up the thighs, it would have been fine.
Yeah, exactly. But then I was like. Then the thing that happened to me actually was that like Christopher was painting his fucking guard, and he was like, I want it to be grim dark, whatever. And I looked at him like, oh, that's really cool. And I looked at my rainbow guy, and I was like, I don't feel like he really fits, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was in the new Chaos Space Marine Codex. They have like all this artwork, which is like this super cool like moody artwork where they have the Black Legionnaires who are like black armor, gold trim, and normally it's this like kind of red gold or whatever. But all the new artwork is... Oh yeah, exactly. And then all the new artwork, they're like standing in a blue demonic light or something. And it just makes them look like way better. And then you can have like splashes of red from, blood or whatever, right? And I looked at it, I'm like, can I actually paint this? Like, could I paint this? And it was more like an experiment, because I had like a single Chaos Space Marine that I painted for like one of the Warhammer board games, you know? So I was like, I'm just going to paint him and see how it turns out. And I painted him, I'm like, okay, this is way better.
Yeah. And the new scheme looks really good.
Yeah, exactly.
And you did like the red lighting, like with like, is it Horus?
Yeah, like all the gorgets, I like had the internal like lighting from the armor or something.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, so that really got me excited, and it's not so difficult. It's just it takes a while though, because I'm just like futzing about. Like the problem
but that's okay. It doesn't have to be like a fast speed paint.
This is that's.
We're not playing tournaments. We're not doing anything special. So
this is one of the things that I want to focus on. Is like I want to have fun when I paint, and for me, like I have fun when I'm like spending way too much time on like random bullshit. You know, like that's how I have fun. You know, if I'm just like I have to do it this way so it goes done fast. And like for example, now when I had to like kind of finish things a bit. I was like already like. Painting 4 models at a time. Like, fuck, I don't want to do this. Like, I want to sit on one guy and go like, ooh, like paint his little pick, you know, like maybe he has like a scar or whatever. Fuck, you know.
So what's next for your project?
So I'm really excited to do this conversion with the blood pressures or whatever they're called, like juggernauts. Juggernauts with the Space Marines on top. That's like the thing I really want to do when I come back.
What model are you going to use for the guys on top?
I'm going to use like corn berserkers. So basically, I'm going to buy a box of berserkers, and I have.
You should have said, because I've got loads of corn bits at home, because I have corn Space Marines, corn Chaos Armor.
Yeah, but I also have a bunch of it. So
okay, so no worries.
Because this is the second part. Because I have a bunch of like the Age of Sigmar corn guys from. I don't really know why. Because I think I bought them for my warrior army at some point. So like then I'm like, what can I do? So you know, in the very first start set of Age of Sigmar, they had like the whatever corn guys with like an axe and a little.
It's like a hand shield.
Yeah, exactly.
Punchy thing.
And then one of the characters, he has like a corn hound on a leash and like a huge axe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the only thing about this guy that doesn't look as Space Marine is like he doesn't have a backpack and he has the wrong like leg armor. So I'm just gonna take a pair of fucking legs from the corn box. Just put him on top, give him a backpack, bam, Chaos Lord.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I want to do. So like currently I'm like, how
you're going to have him with the dog as well.
I have actually a model which is like a slave guy in like futuristic clothing that has like a collar and he's like supposed to be held by somebody. So I'm thinking that actually he's just gonna be holding a human who's like, you know. I think I don't know what's gonna fit on the base, but that's.
But are you thinking of theming the army in like undivided?
Yeah, that's the
with
plan.
the black armor.
Yeah, it's like
and so you have a little bit of a few units of different marks.
Yeah,
and whatever.
yeah, like basically just
we can finally use marks again.
Yeah,
it's
like
famous.
like ideally for me, I'm like having like one of each cult guy marine and
we
one
need
of
a new
one
drinking
of each.
game.
Ooh, what's that?
I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
true. Yeah, we need. Yeah, true. Fuck. Okay.
We will think about that.
Yeah, exactly. Come back. But like for me, like for example, one of each demon. Like I have like some demonettes. I have some playbearers and I have some bloodletters.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just get some
flamers.
Yeah, I think I might have some
like the
flamers.
flying guys. The squad.
The screamers. Yeah. So to me, I'm like just painting one of each seems really fun.
Yeah.
Because like the army seem like basically it's you're supposed
will
to like
you
take
get the
Bellacore.
guy.
Yeah, I want to get him eventually, but he's like he's massive. He's not 1,000 points. Like
I was in Games Workshop the other day, and Patty was like, "Oh, that one looks cool." Yeah. I'm like, "Do you know how much it costs?" She's like, "Do I want to?" I'm like, "No, I don't ask."
Casimir's gonna buy it.
Yeah, Casimir's gonna buy it. So this is what I'm in a Casimir place. She's like, "Oh, really?" It's like, "Yeah." He's got a lot of money. Yeah, he can afford it.
Yeah. Let's not mince words. I earn okay.
But that's cool. So you got the Chaos Space Marines on the go.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any like deadlines or like you want to do?
No, so I think like maybe since we might be doing this weekend in June with when Klexe is coming to
Klexe
Denmark.
might come.
I think one of the best parts of this is that get to introduce Klexe to the Danish guys. Oh, I can't wait.
It's gonna be so fun.
I want to see Christopher.
The level of autism in one room.
Yeah, so good. Like Pete and Klexe in one room, perfect. That'd be so good.
Yeah, we just have to put Pete, Klexe, and Christopher all playing a 3-way kill team.
Just see it develop. It's like watching your kids grow up.
We make a bet on who flips the table first.
Exactly. So I think ideally I would say maybe that has a like deadline for at least getting like 1,000 points together.
Yeah.
Table ready kind of thing.
Like all based in the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
I think that's something I would like to do. And if that doesn't happen for whatever reason, then probably maybe in the Dublin tournament in summer. I haven't decided if I'm going to, but maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone said something about August. It's going to be very much like baby dependent.
I feel like for you, it's of course you can't make a decision.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. So like I've been obviously plugging away at the Eldar. I think
plugging away. You've been like fucking mass producing.
Yeah.
It's been like it's like it's not the 5-year plan of the Soviet Union. It's like it's the 3-week plan.
I do have like a bit of like the baby is coming. When the baby's here, the painting time is limited.
Yeah, of course.
So if I can get 2,000 points ready before the baby arrives, then it's really good. And it doesn't have to be like 2,000 points like the net list.
Yeah, but
it just has to be like 2,000 points that if someone says, "Oh, there's a tournament this weekend and I'm available," then maybe it could be fun to be able to just put an army on the table that is like at least playable.
Have you considered just getting one of those like fuck off big things, like the big Titan thingy?
I considered maybe if I get to like Avatar Arcane is like 300 points.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So if I get to like 1,700 and I just need to push it over the edge, and I can just get that.
Yeah.
But I will wait and see how far I get. So I got through the first battalion combat patrol.
Combat patrol, yeah.
That's like a Wraith Lord, like 10 bros, a Farseer. And some jet bikes.
Oh yeah, bikes. Yeah.
So I did that, and then I got like a Farseer on a jet bike, and then I got the Striking Scorpions, a kill team.
Yeah.
I did those.
Yeah.
That was really nice actually. I did like a couple of conversions for the Exarchs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen them.
Well, not in person.
Yeah, well, you can see them later.
Yeah, I've seen them.
So I got the kill team done because we were also talking about playing kill teams. Like, okay, well, I'm playing 40k now. The next thing I get is a kill team.
You're just like diving deeper. Like,
And then after that, last week we were in Scotland, or 2 weeks ago we were in Scotland.
Yeah.
And I'd ordered a load of stuff.
Yeah, you got like a big delivery.
Yeah, I got
like all the stuff we bought together.
Yeah, all the stuff
about.
that we ordered together, and then the stuff that I ordered to Fraz. So I got the Howling Banshees and a tank.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, the release stuff came from the new release.
Yeah, the Fire Dragons.
I got
Fusion, whatever his name. Fuegan.
Like Games Workshop naming is worse than Ninth Age naming. I'm completely serious. Like Ninth Age naming is like probably some of the worst naming, but Games Workshop naming is so much fucking worse. Like in Warhammer, it's actually okay, but 40k is terrible. It's really bad. It's like Fuegan. Yeah. It's like, how stupid do you think we are? Like it's obviously just like the flame in Spanish.
Yeah.
It's like. It's very much on the nose.
It's Snake and Ekans, you know?
yeah, like really bad. So I got Fuegan, I got the Fire Dragons. Did I get anything else? I think that's it, because I got like the book and the cards and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're painted. I finished Fuegan this week. That was an interesting experience. Like the Fire Dragons came out really nice. I'm really happy with them. And Fuegan was like, okay, I want to paint him like a little bit different to the Fire Dragons, but still look the same.
Yeah, you used like crackle paint on this.
Yeah, so I have the bases of like crackle paint that I've used on like blue to like sort of contrast with the orange. So it's like blue underneath, then crackle paint on top. And I saw a few like Fuegan models that people have painted with like kind of like lava in his like ear things.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could do that, but I'm not good enough to do that. But I can do crackle paint. So I put like crackle paint on his like ears, and it took me a few attempts to get like the crackles I wanted.
Yeah.
And I think
did you just like kind of rub it off, or how did you when you say a few attempts, like what did you
Yeah, so I basically just like did it at once and it wasn't like crackly enough, so I just rubbed it off and then did it again. I think the third.
So how fragile is it like now for handling?
It's fine now because the first attempt it wasn't enough. The second attempt looked good, but it rubbed off.
Yeah.
So then the third attempt, which is this attempt, I did it again, and then I put glue over it to make to seal it, just like PVA glue.
Yeah.
So I think it should be fine.
Yeah, if you seal with PVA, it's
yeah. So I think it's fine, and then I just had to like dry brush it a bit to make it like not shiny.
Yeah.
I feel like it hasn't quite come out as I wanted, but it looks okay.
Yeah.
And like the armor looks really nice. It's a bit darker than the Fire Dragons, just to have a bit of difference.
Yeah.
What else did I do which was a bit different, like kind of fancy? Yeah, and I did like the axe and like a power axe.
Yeah.
In the same way as I did like the power swords and all the other stuff. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, to be honest.
Yeah, it turns out good.
And the Fire Dragons look cool.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the banner actually. The banner didn't really turn out that well, but
can't remember what it looks like now.
It's like a orange black, You'll see it. Like I've got like exactly 1,000 points now. So basically everything I've said is 1,000 points.
And that is without the tank and the
without the tank and the banshees
and the stuff that I
and the stuff that you got.
So it's still there. I mean, that's probably another 500 points. At
least. Yeah. So I reckon like on the sprues and stuff, I've basically got like another 500 points. Yeah. So hopefully I can get that done before the baby arrives. Yeah. Bear in mind I'm away for 3 weeks. We'll see. We will see. Yeah. I brought a couple of guys with me today in case I'm not playing, and
I also bought my brushes and stuff.
So maybe I just need to buy an Avatar of Kane and then another tank,
seal the deal.
Another tank, and then we're good to go.
This is one of the reasons also why I picked Chaos Space Marines, is because like in 40k you need like nothing when you play Space Marines to get anywhere. I'm like I'm building 1,000 points, and I bought like 3 boxes, and I'm like, oh, I'm almost there. You know? It's crazy. Like I put in the Forge Fiend, 2 units of 5 Legionnaires, units chosen. Then I already have like some cultists or whatever the fuck, right? And I'm like, oh, that's like already like 800 points or something. I'm like, oh, okay. So like when I take the Diva stuff I have like probably 1,500 points at least, maybe more. You know, like depending. You know.
Easy. Yeah, like I'm also kind of the same, but the problem with the Eldar is like 5 guys is like 100 points. Yeah, and I'm like, but I would like a unit of this, and I would like a unit of this, and the internet says this unit is good, and the internet says I should get another tank, and then I should get another one of these Phoenix Lords, and I just want to have one of everything in the army, and at this point, I don't know what's good. Yeah. So it's also like, well, I just kind of want to play with everything and see how it goes. So.
My understanding of the game is like there's kind of 2 strategies to like from again only for watching YouTube shit, but like there's 2 strategies. One strategy is you find the best unit and you just go, how many of this can I take? You know? And that's to me kind of boring. Or you go for a lot of like different units that fulfill different stuff, right?
I
'Cause
have
the
one.
game
I
is-
have one of everything, and then I have an answer to everything.
Yeah, like the game is about standing on different points and doing different objectives, and like maybe it's that someday you have to kill a character one turn to fulfill all your objectives. So if you have like versatility, then that's probably also good, you know.
Yeah.
And the other option is doing Patrick's thing, where you just fucking destroy somebody and just take them all off.
Find the net list
Yeah.
and play the net list.
Which I mean, yeah, like well, I was looking at the demon list, and that's like one of like, for example, one of the things they're like, oh, when you play the half demons, half chaos marines, the chaos marines can teleport in as well. Like all demons teleport in because they're summoned from the warp, right?
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. But
They teleport wherever they want.
yeah, I don't know exactly how it works, but like you have to. I don't know if you have to roll for them to come in. I haven't read the rules, probably not. But like, I think you teleport them in. You have to just be a certain distance away from other people. And this is really good for shooting units because you can just teleport them in and then shoot, right?
Yeah.
Because you don't have to charge. So then it's like you take Be'lakor and he gives like a reroll aura to stuff around him, and then you take 3 units of like Chaos Marines with big weapons, and you just go like teleport in.
Teleport Be'lakor and then pew pew pew.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds good.
And you're like, okay, or you just go like, I don't want to pay 15 of the same guy, and you just take something else that shoots. You know, like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we're gonna see like how silly the game is like when we start playing.
yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I think maybe this weekend will be the first time we play 40k, or I play 40k.
Yeah, like I've not brought models,
Yeah,
but I'm happy to.
I brought my 1,000
Yeah,
points.
like for me, I'm like I want to play a bit of a kill team. I also bought stuff to paint, and I'm happy to just hang out as well.
Yeah, same. I brought a bag of beer and a bottle of whiskey and a bottle of wine.
I bought a gin because I don't have a chicken. So what can I buy at the airport? I'm not going to buy wine at the airport because it's like overpriced shit, you know.
But I think there's also some really interesting things about like painting 40k. It's very different to painting fantasy. So like
Better or worse, would you say?
it's different.
Okay.
So firstly, around base, I've actually got a painting handle and it's really good. But when I was just painting around base,
Like holding
the base.
Yeah.
When you hold it, I'm holding a cork just to illustrate my point.
Find a round item.
When you're painting, it's super easy to turn the model because you just turn the base.
Sure. Yeah.
With a square base, you have to like take it out your hand, turn it and put it back, and then you have a completely different angle to what you actually want. So it's super easy to actually paint when it's on a round base because all you're doing is like turning the model in your fingers. But and now I have the painting handle. I completely recommend the painting handle, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
I've been
fucking
using one
amazing.
It's funny because I'm using it for so long, so I can't really relate.
Yeah, but like for me, it's like a new revelation.
Yeah,
Amazing, and also like, hey Andy, how's it going?
Tired.
Tired.
Fucking long drive.
How long does it take you to get here?
1.5 hours.
Ah, that's not too bad.
Oh.
We're podcasting.
Nice.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long while. So good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
You've lost weight, my friend. You're like skinny now.
Almost. Getting there. 40-year-old.
Oh, you're not 40. Come on.
No. Next year.
Next year.
So
Still young as Brian.
don't want to be 40 and fat. So that's how it is. So yes, quite a lot of running and
Yeah, you do running. That's cool.
yeah, and less eating.
That's easy.
I mean, I feel like that's the main key. Right?
That's my nemesis at the moment. It's just fucking Italian fiance.
She's just pushing you full of fat or what, like just like food.
It's not
Right?
necessarily fat. It's just like pasta,
pasta.
bread,
Yeah, the bread will get you. It's so fucking
lasagna.
delicious.
Ugh.
Yeah, lasagna is fucking.
Someone puts lasagna in front of you, you can't not eat it.
Yeah, for sure, and it's like a bomb as well. Like,
And it's like,
just fat pasta
we go
everywhere.
to Italy like every 3 months, and it's like we just bring a suitcase of cheese and salami back, and it's like, well, it's in the fridge.
This is like really funny because I'm just like I'm not a snacky person, and my current girlfriend is she fucking loves to snack. Like she snacks all the time, and she's like giving me shit like because she's having some. So then she's like, here, have some of this. I'm like, Okay, I guess, but I don't really.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, exactly. She's worried. Yeah, she's worried I'm gonna go get something else. You know.
You're so skinny, Casimir. She's fattening you up.
Yeah. I mean, I guess.
That's exactly how it works.
And it's also like because she's Chinese, you know, like when you eat, like when Chinese people eat, you put the food on the table in the big plate, and then you have the chopsticks. Like now we're fucking eating chopsticks all the time, and it's like you put the stuff on your little plate, and you eat it, and then you go like, "Ooh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks nice." And then she sits there and just like kind of eats the best bits from the food for like a long time. And I'm like, I just like eat what I want to eat, and I'm like, okay, now I'm done. You know, she's like,
You're not doing this either.
I mean, I do it a little bit, but like not. But the funny thing is like,
Give it 6 months, Casimir.
For me, I'm like, I eat until I'm happy, and then I'm like, okay, that's good, you know. But for her, it's like the whole experience of like getting to just pick up little pieces of food. I think it's like one of the main events. She's like, ooh, this look. It's like, oh, that's the best one.
Little good bits.
Yeah, it's like,
I try to stop to eat before I get happy.
yeah.
I have to make a key right now.
So we were talking just now on the podcast about what the difference is of painting 40k compared to painting fantasy. So I was saying like it's quite nice when you have a round base because you can like turn the base slowly in your hand. Rather when you have a square base, it's quite hard to like turn it in your hand. You have to kind of like pick it up and put it down because it's square.
Bigger surfaces.
Also, this is also a thing. I'm so bad at painting flat surfaces. Like I need to thin my paints down like way more than I usually do.
But it's also to me it's kind of funny because like it is harder, but it's also way more fun in my opinion. Because like you have so for me I'm like okay, so I think the best example of me is I've converted some of my guys to use like the Stormcast breastplates. You have big pecs, you know. So suddenly you have like this big surface that is kind of flat, but you get to like kind of you get to like create the surface. You highlight it, and you go like, okay, how would light reflect on this metal plate? And like, okay, well, probably you have like an edge highlight, and then like probably you have like a sheen going like this. You go like a little triangle maybe, and then you put like a lighter thing, and that's so much more fun than going like, oh, there's a skull here, there's a scroll here, there's a grenade here, or whatever. To me, I'm like the surfaces are actually the fun bits, you know, because you get to actually paint, you know.
That's for the first couple of hours, yes.
Yeah, sure. That's why you pick one at a time, and you never finish.
No, 3 at a time at least.
And just do like non-metallic metal, like
yeah, that's too ambitious. I was thinking like currently I'm leaving all my blades because I want to do non-metallic, but only on the blades because I tried to do what you did on a couple models and it's just so difficult. And I was like, I'm just gonna do swords.
That's why Andy did 6 models in a year.
I'm just gonna do swords. Just gonna do swords. That's way easier.
Oh, but these look really cool, dude. Andy's just showing us his models right now.
Yeah, it's the.
These are from the kill. These are kill team guys.
1,000 Suns sources, these 3, and from the Warriors box with the others one.
They look really good, dude. And the base is obviously amazing.
I like to bring more colors, and now it's totally legal in 40k. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, looks great.
And I'm really looking forward not to painting for a whole month.
Oh, they're super cool, dude. They look really nice.
I was packing all my different paintings, paint bottles, just put them in a bag when I was done, and wow, this is many.
All the different colours.
I have a whole fucking bookshelf.
I have a box that I've run out of space in.
I also just
I have a lot of paint, but just for these, it was just
it's crazy.
Colors, like
I always end up using way more than I
24.
think as well, because I just bring it out to the bookshelf and I put it in front of me, and then when I finish painting a model, I look and have like a sea of paints. Fuck me, like how did I use all this?
I think I'm mixing quite a lot actually.
Yeah. Which is good. Like it's probably better that way, but I don't know. I feel like I do mix a lot, but I feel like I use a lot of paints, but I just mix in between them. So like, okay, well you have like this and this, and then you just like mix in the middle or something, you know?
Mm. I also find with the 40k, you're like, instead of painting 40 guys for a unit, you're painting 5.
Yeah.
Which is just so nice.
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's, the only problem is that the 40 guys and 5 guys cost the same.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah,
it's like 5
money-wise,
banshees for €40. It's
yeah,
like,
that also kind of it is crazy the prices. Like, it's insane.
Insane.
But it does help that you don't need that many.
Yeah.
You know, like it does. Like when I've been making lists, I'm like I have 1 box of Marines, and I'm like surely I need another one. And then when I make the lists, I'm like, not really. Like, 2 units of 5 is plenty. Like,
how much is like 5 Chaos Space Marines, like points wise?
No clue.
Like
Only looked at
like 100
100
or something. Like 100 points maybe.
Okay.
I
mean,
don't
that's
really
the same
know.
price as the Eldar guys. Like 5 Fire Dragons is 110, I think.
Yeah, but that fire dragons are like the special guys.
Yeah,
whereas
they're
mine
like
is
the elite guys.
the normal, let's say. But it's still 90 points for 5.
Okay.
But it's more like, okay, so you have 2 units of 5, and then you have some cultists to like grab objectives, whatever, and then you're like, okay, well, do I need more like bullshit, or
You
do
probably
I
want a character?
Yeah, like a character, like this thing that actually kills stuff.
Yeah,
You know?
like the big stuff, and then maybe you only need like 5 more units or something. And, you know,
Yeah,
1,000
exactly.
points.
And it's like 5 chosen is 125 points, and that's also 5 guys.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah.
I guess chosen are good. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they're basically like a Chaos Space Marine with like a power weapon and a better pistol.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to paint something bigger than normal models.
Is this the only things that you painted?
Yeah.
Is this like one kill team?
This is the kill team.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, 'cause you have 6
Pretty
guys.
cool that
I
you
have
can
8 in mine.
Yeah.
3 sorcerers in a kill team.
Yeah.
That's gonna be good.
Because I have in my kill team, there's like I have the Striking Scorpions ones, but you can also take the Dire Avengers and the Banshees, but I haven't got them. But it's like, well, I can only have 8 guys, but the box comes with 10,
Yeah.
and I converted an extra guy, so I have 11. But then I'm like, well, like if I want, I need to buy another like 8 Dire Avengers and 8 Banshees. So I can choose which ones I want to have.
Yeah, but they can also go in your normal army. Right?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So-
I need some sangles to fill it out, but this is the kill team.
Can you use
can
the
use,
Zangors
yeah.
in 40k?
Yeah.
Or in kill team as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's gonna be the next step after I painted the rest of the Marines.
The Zangors has always been like something that I looked at and I always wanted to paint them because they look really cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
I just want to go crazy with colors.
Yeah, but they look
This is
they
the
look
right
amazing.
faction. Like
yeah,
when
you chose the right ones.
When I was still on the rainbow thing, it was actually because I thought about it in the context of Thousand Sons.
Yeah.
Because I think also you have like a lot of trim where like the idea as I was telling Henry is like you have like if you had really colorful armor and then really black trim, that would like be a good contrast, and they have all this like kind of extra detail.
But you've done the labor. It's like all the gold trim, non-metallic
all
metal.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it looks really amazing.
Too much work.
It took like for free. It took 2.5 hours to paint the first layer of brown and the non-metallic gold. It took so
I feel like
long
you
to
should have
get
just
it to
done one
cover.
at a time.
And it was white.
So you have to do 2 layers. Yeah.
2 layers, and there was.
Should have just done them one at a time, and then you would have a better time, I think.
And I wouldn't have been finished.
Yeah, but that's besides the point.
I should also mention that I bought my Fire Dragons, and then it was the Games Workshop was the miniature of the month, which was Fire Dragons. I was like, brilliant! I'm going to go get an extra Fire Dragon.
Oh yeah, this is good.
And I went into Games Workshop, and I was with my fiance, and I was kind of explaining to her like, yeah, we actually have to sit down and build it. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, well, yeah, we have to, like. They don't just give you it. Like part of the marketing is that you have to go into the store and you have to fill the store up for
You have
half
to
an
sit
hour.
next to like the sweaty 12-year-old
Yeah.
building.
And you have to clip it out and like, scrape all the mold lines and like glue it together. And she was like, oh, okay, fine. And I was like, well, there was a spare spot next to me. I was like, well, sit down and you can may as well just build one yourself. And she's been moaning at me a lot because I wanted to paint some stuff because I was sat there painting all the time. And so she painted like a phoenix for me, a frost phoenix for my high elves. And it's really, really good.
Yeah,
They're really good.
Yeah.
But I only played at that one tournament in Munich, and then she got annoyed at me because I only used it once.
Yeah, but also because it wasn't fun, right? Like those the.
Yeah, like the high elves are just not fun. But anyway, she was moaning at me because she spent all this time painting it and I didn't use it. So she's like, right, if I'm gonna fucking build a guy, I'm gonna paint it and I'm gonna use it. And I'm like really OCD with my army, so I'm like, it has to be painted in the exact same colour scheme as the rest of my army, otherwise I can't use it. And she was like, no, I want complete creative freedom. So this was a perfect opportunity where I could say, okay, I've already got 5 Fire Dragons, I'm getting an extra one, that's fine. And then she can paint it whatever colour she wants, and then all I have to do is just add it to the unit. But I already have my unit, so it's not like I'm like sacrificing a model.
Exactly. You could always.
I can always just use my unit that I've built.
Yeah, you can always lie to her and go like, yeah, sure, I'll use it, and then he's just on the side.
It's a mascot.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, you can have complete creative freedom with it. Do what you want. So she was like, great. So she built it in the Games Workshop. We went home and she was like, all right, I want to paint it now. I was like, great. What colour do you want to paint it? I want to make like a gay elf. I was like.
And Henry's like, yeah, but they're all gay.
The
Like,
elves,
yeah, but what do you mean? Like, like just paint the normal.
Just paint it like my guys. And she's like, no, I want it to be like a complete like BDSM elf. It's like, okay, fine. She's like, yeah, it's gonna have like chaps and the butt's gonna be out. And I was like, okay, great. And there's gonna be a cat on the base. I'm like, okay, well, we bought you some cats, so you can put the cat on the base. It's like, great. And then she said, okay, like, I want it to have like gay wings. Like, okay, we've got the bits box. Let's find you some fairy wings. So she found some fairy wings from the Silver Elf box and put the wings on it. And then the wings were like rainbow rings. And then the
wings make it. Like,
it's so funny. And she painted like the armor like black with like a gloss varnish, so it looks like black leather.
Yeah, like the wet look.
Like like the wet look, and then she painted like the legs like naked, so it looks like it's got like an open butt. It's so ugly. And she even did the base in the same way as my guys are base, so I can still use it in the army. And yeah, I've got it with me, and I've bought 4 or 5 dragons, and this guy's gonna be my exarch. So I'm gonna use it. And she's like, "Is it too gay?" I'm like, "No, it's fine."
Yeah, no, it's the perfect rewrite level game.
It's fitting.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, she's like, "Will your friends mind?" I'm like, "My friends won't mind."
No, your friends will be extra happy.
Yeah, like if I go to a tournament.
When you sent that picture, I was like over the moon.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really funny.
And you said it was your DI. It was also funny because you said it was your. What was that?
It's like the DEI.
DEI, yeah.
It's the DI higher. It's like the LGBT plus.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the thing was, you said it was your DEI like agent for your army.
Yeah.
And at the time, I thought that they still had like the gender split in Eldar, like with the like because when I was a kid,
some of the models are.
When you bought like an Eldar kit, it was like half boobs, half pecs, right? So I was like, oh look, but he's doing a really good job because you have a 50-50 gender split. And then we found out that like nowadays, no, it's mostly men. I'm like, fuck, he's not doing a good job.
Yeah, so you need the DEI guy.
You
need the DEI guy to represent these communities which are clearly marginalized.
Exactly. Yes, they don't get to go and fight and die.
Yeah. So now we have the DEI elf. But yeah, it looks amazing. Like, I'm very impressed with her. She did a good job, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have a DEI elf.
Exactly. It'll be interesting to see what the next one is.
As an addendum to the hobby section, I've also been doing some terrain. So I bought a load of terrain off Temu. I recommend this, actually, because it was super cheap. I think I paid like 200 krona for like a whole kill team set of terrain. Really good. Like, it's 3D printed, but like not perfectly 3D printed, but for terrain it's fine. You just dry brush it. And my missus has also been helping me with it because I sit there and I'm painting something and she's like, can I paint something? I'm like, only if you paint it how I want you to paint it. And she's like, well, I don't want to be micromanaged, so I'm not doing that. I was like, okay, well, you can just do the terrain then, because then you can do whatever colour you want.
Yeah.
As long as it looks like bricks, it doesn't matter. And so she's been like doing, it comes as like I guess like cathedral style ruins. So you have like these archways. And for kill team, you actually want them like kind of like blocked off. So she's been like blocking them up with like bits of wood to make it look like boards of like planks and stuff. It looks actually looks really good. I'm quite impressed. And I've also bought I bought some terrain from Spellcrow Miniatures.
They do terrain?
They do terrain, yeah. And it's like sort of like I say like futuristic cactuses. They're like circular, and they have like I guess like craters on, so they're a bit like kind of crazy cactus things. And I bought 4 of them, like it's like 2 double ones and 2 single ones, and I figured I could use them as like a forest in 40k because there's also forest in 40k, so they look a bit more like futuristic. I was like, this is perfect for my girlfriend to paint. Yeah, because she can paint the cactus like whatever the fucking rainbow colour she wants. She can do it. I don't care. Yeah. As long as like the base bits is like fits the terrain, it doesn't matter. She can paint the cactus whatever colour she wants. So this is my thinking at least. Wow, yeah. I was like, she can also paint the terrain for me, which is obviously easy to do, and she can do whatever colour she wants. So that's also in the pipeline. But I spent €50 on the Spellcrow terrain, and I spent €50 on Temu. And from Temu, I got a set of kill team terrain. I got another set of ruins that I can use for 40k, I got a travel pack which can fit, I think, 9 times 4, 36 times 3, like 100 models. I got a set of rocks that I can use to build ruins, and a set of paintbrushes for €50. So I recommend shopping on Temu for like bullshit like terrain because it's really, really cheap.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to play on 3D terrain.
That's also going to be really good. Yeah,
Really
absolutely. Yeah, so I'm also in the process of building my 40k terrain board.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you seen his sister?
Welcome back to Amber Time Podcast.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good click.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good start.
So we just smashed out a few games.
We played some Kill Team. I got fucking hammered by Pete twice. Like we played the first game we played 2 turns, and I was like, this isn't gonna go well. Then we played 1 turn, and we're like, I can't win this.
Yeah, it was like really weird mismatch, right, between the teams. And then like we figured, I guess Christopher figured out that you really needed to like play the equipment in order to like I'd be able to counteract what he did.
Yeah.
And I mean like we didn't play any equipment because.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
I don't know what it does.
This to me, this is like one critique of Kill Team is that there's so many fucking rules.
So many rules. It's
and
like, and I have this thing that can do something. Oh, I have this thing and this.
And like,
that.
if you're playing Kill Team every week, that's probably great. But to me,
even at that point,
I'm like I'm. It's weird to say coming from like a game like Knife Age that has so much fucking shit in it.
But Kill Team is like, oh, I have this thing in my pocket. And
yeah,
like
exactly.
This.
And it's like every guy needs to have 4 different cards and tokens on them. Like for example, when I play Chaos, like I didn't do it when we played or any of the games so far, but like I could assign like a mark to every single guy
and
that has all different rules, and they can have different ploys that play on them depending on the marks and stuff. And I'm like, this is too complicated. I don't care. I just want to play. Like
this is the second time I played, or third time I played Guild. Third time I played Kill Team. And I'm like, I think it's fun. Yeah. In this context, it's fun, but tomorrow I want to play 40k.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's like it's a bit too rules heavy. It's a bit too rules heavy. Like I'd rather just play something a bit more simple.
Yeah, that's actually something that's interesting because I was reflecting on that, on like how it was to play 40k when I was a kid. Yeah. And like, you know, there was way less nuance and also more directive. It was one of those games, kind of like old world, where you just kill each other, you know. Yeah. But that's also kind of fun. Like it is fun.
Yeah, like I am enjoying it. Like the game that we just played, it was like good fun. It was like I kill you, you kill me. Like everyone dies.
It was a bloodbath. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we only played 3 turns basically.
Yeah.
I
killed all my guys.
I killed all you guys in 3 turns, and I only had 2 guys left, so it was pretty bloody.
So it was really close. Like it did feel like.
I think I won by 1 point on the kills.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was it basically. Like it.
Yeah, there was one of those like if you had rolled maybe 1 or 2 less crits.
I was rolling crazy crits.
It would have been the exact same thing, but the other way, right?
Yeah,
so it's like it was really even. It was it was fun because like actually shit happened. It wasn't like when you played Peter, you're like, oh, I can't kill you and now I lose. Like it was more like, you know, like I want to go here, fucking. But
it was also one of those games like, oh, I have this thing and I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna do extra stuff and I have this thing. And I'm going to stop you doing this, and I was just playing all the cards, right?
Yeah, I feel like you had way more of those things to play. Like
I also feel like it's probably a case of I had the cards printed out, and you didn't have the card printed out, so you didn't have like an overview of the things that you could do.
But I think this is also something which I'm not exploiting with my team, is that I think you need, if you play, like my impression at this point is, if I take the marks, then I have way more of those things to play, because then I have these like the firefight ploys, the like the ones you can activate during the game. They're all based on like, oh, take an operative with the corn keyword, and then he does this, you know. And I haven't bothered. So,
but I guess with those you have to kind of use them a bit more specific way. Like the corn guys, I guess probably fight better.
Yeah, exactly.
The Zinch guys maybe shoot better. I don't know.
Yeah, they do, but it's. I have to keep track of it. I'm just lazy.
Just undivided, ceaseless done.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like Kill Team.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit of like an acquired taste.
Yeah, exactly. It is good fun, but like I still retain the exact same impression I had when I played in Ireland with the boys. It's like it is really good fun when you're playing with your friends, but I don't.
I would not want to.
This is not a game where I would like to go to the club and play somebody I don't know, and then go argue about if we're in line of sight or not, and then you get like caught out by his.
This is too much. We were just playing like, this is heavy cover, this is soft cover.
Yeah.
That's the rules. Like, we wasn't messing around.
Yeah, exactly. Like, go here and you can't see me.
Yeah,
fine,
we're like,
whatever.
is this? Can I see you? I'm like, I guess it's like heavy. I don't think so. And you're like, okay, fine. That's how it is.
Exactly.
But if you're as soon as you start arguing about this game, it's not fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but okay, fine. It was good. I enjoyed. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Play 40k.
Yeah.
Just to one, play something else, and two, like, not have a little bit more simple game.
Yeah, and also the fact that you painted all this shit.
Yeah, I've got
Just
fucking
fucking put
1,000
it on
points
the
ready.
table.
Like, I don't care who I play. I just want to like put my boys on the table and fight. And I want to take a picture for my girlfriend so that she can fucking see this.
Yeah,
shit. I'm using that one painted model that she did.
And then you'll be taking the picture from behind, so the chaps will be out there. You
Absolutely.
know, like, shining. Like.
Absolutely. So I figure we do like the regular segment that's become a segment, which is like, what does Henry know about something?
Yeah, exactly. So the question is, are we gonna do what does Henry know about Eldar, your expert fucking topic, or am I gonna tell you about?
I reckon like we're in this, like, it's 2:00 in the morning. We're beers deep. Like, let's just fucking do the Eldar. Let's
let's
out
see.
30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So like we did a little bit of Eldar last time I was on, which was
I knew basically nothing.
It was like, what does Casimir know about Eldar? I'm like, Slanesh, I guess, and they're all gay, and that was kind of it. You know? Like they had too much gay sex.
I've been fucking reading the fluff.
And then they made the Chaos God, and that's good.
I've been fucking reading the fluff. Wow. I know everything about Eldar.
Wow. So you read the Codex?
Yeah, I've got the Codex, read it. And I've been like reading the Horus Heresy, 3 books, not much about Eldar.
I think there's a bit in like the general rulebook. I have a rulebook from 2 editions ago or something, and there's like it's one of those like first it has the general story and then it has like a bit for every faction.
Yeah.
Right? But doesn't.
Yeah.
Tell you
So let me indulge what I know about Eldar.
Okay. First of all, what is an Eldar?
Okay, that's a good question. So an Eldar is like it's a humanoid.
Okay.
Let's start with that. So it's like a human-ish.
Okay,
looking,
2 legs, 2 arms.
2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes.
1 face.
Yeah, 1 face. But what's really important about the Eldar is that they're really like psychically connected.
Oh.
So because they're psychic, they feel things really intensely.
This sounds like one of those guys, like, one of those weird autistic people or like oversensitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I need my safe space.
They're like,
otherwise I can't function.
like on the autistic scale, they're like
millions.
out of 0 to 10, they're like 25.
This is why they're so popular. Like, everybody wants to play. They're like, I identify so much with this.
Maybe, yeah. So they feel everything like in like a super intense way. And everything that they do, because they're super intense, they hyper focus on stuff.
Okay.
So if
that's literally
so if they're like, I really enjoy baking cakes.
Yeah.
They're gonna learn how to make the fucking best cake, and they're gonna make the best cake over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
So what you're saying is that they're actually Japanese. Is that what you're saying?
What? is this a racist stereotype?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
explain.
So it's like, it's one of the, I mean, like I'm gonna do the racist thing wrong.
But like fucking lay it out.
It's 100% true, bro. No, but it's the thing that like Japanese culture is like focused on like mastering a craft, right? So like that's why, for example, you have like these like people who are like, oh well, I like make swords, and that's like all I've done for 20 years is like fucking pound this bit of iron to like perfect the technique of doing it, right?
Yeah, so
and they have that, but like with making noodles, right? Like you have a guy who's like all he's ever done in his life is make noodles, and he makes the best noodles in the world.
So the Eldar are Japanese.
They're Japanese, okay, gay Japanese. Okay.
Yeah. So
autistic.
Yeah. So like the Eldar this is like going deep into the lore, right?
Yeah.
So in the start of the galaxy, you had basically the Necrons.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true.
And the old ones were fighting each other.
Yeah.
And they deleted each other, and the Eldar. As a result, the Eldar conquered the galaxy because there was no resistance.
Sure.
That's basically what happened. That's a very short version of what happened.
Good to be in that position.
Yeah. So the Eldar conquered the galaxy, and they're like the masters of the universe.
Yeah.
And over time, what happened was because they get like overstimulated and and everything they do in like they're really psychically connected. Basically, because they became so powerful, the only thing that they were interested in was just like fucking.
Yeah, so
and
like
having pleasure.
basically, like the traditional values went out the window. They fucking started the fucking polyamorous bullshit. You know, like,
all this bullshit that we see these days, like Eldar were fucking doing
exactly,
it times
like,
10.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, I have 2 nostrils, a mouth, like I have so many holes, man.
All my orifices. Let's just fucking plug this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was, because they got so far into the galaxy that they basically conquered the whole thing. There was nothing else to do apart from fuck each other.
Yeah.
So
fair enough. Like.
So most of the Eldar society is fucking each other, and because they're really psychically connected, and the psychic stuff is kind of resonating in the warp, which is like where
it's like the
gods live.
Yeah, it's like the reflection of the psychics. Yeah.
This like had some sort of like, let's say like ripples in the warp, and these ripples, because there was so many Eldar fucking each other all the time, having like crazy bullshit like nostril orgies.
Yeah.
It was like making some like proper waves in the warp, and the waves eventually birthed a chaos god.
Yeah.
Which is Slaanesh. So because of all the shit that Eldar were doing fucking each other, they basically created this pleasure god.
Yeah, the first prince.
Yeah. So with this on the side, then you had like there was also some Eldar who were like, I am not really into the fucking all the other Eldar thing.
Okay.
They were like basically like me of the Eldar.
Yeah,
or I'm not into the polyamory.
Fuck, what's it called? There's like there's people who like identify as like not the fuck what's it called? Like they're not like sexual.
Yeah, and then like
NB, I don't know, something like whatever.
Something beginning with A.
Yeah, asexual. Yes.
Asexual.
Yeah, so the asexual Eldar.
Asexual Eldar. They went on the craft worlds.
Okay.
And they were like, we don't really want to go to these fuck planets. We're gonna like build a ship.
Exactly. Like you guys are we're really uncomfortable. Okay?
Yeah. Like I don't want to watch everyone fucking all the time. So we're gonna build a ship, and everyone who doesn't want to watch the fucking all the time can come on the ship.
Yeah.
So they went on the ship.
Yeah.
And then there was also some other Eldar that were like, we don't like the fucking, we don't like the ships. We just want to be on a planet on our own and fucking chill the fuck out and smoke some weed.
Okay.
And they're the Exodites. So
that's the dinosaur ones.
They're the dinosaur ones. So they just went on to random planets.
Weed and dinosaur. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like a conservationist.
They're kind of like wood elves. So
They're
they just went on the other planets, hang out. Like we don't want to have like a serious like fucking orgy every day.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just gonna chill the fuck out and
everything
ride
in
dinosaurs.
moderation, guys. Like even sex, okay?
So you've got like basically like let's say 90% of the Eldar fucking each other.
Yeah.
5% of the Eldar on the ships, and 5% just chilling on planets.
Okay.
And then Slaanesh arrived.
Okay, so this is before the
this is
fall.
This is before.
Yeah.
And like so basically what happened was the 90% of Eldar had one fucking massive orgy.
Yeah. In like one place.
In one place.
And then you all get like.
And it was like everyone was coming at the same time.
It's like
there was so much jizz.
And they tell you that porn is not real.
Yeah.
And yet this is how it is. Everybody comes at the same time. Like,
there was so much jizz that they birthed a god.
Yeah, and
from
the god
all
is
the jizz.
The jizz god, so he's just like slurping it up.
Yeah.
He's making that's the thing, right? Because this is the Eye of Terror.
Yeah, the Eye of Terror
he
is
slurps
like
so hard.
sucking all the jizz out of the galaxy.
Exactly. You're like when you get close, it's like a black hole. You get sucked in, and your dick is just like. You're like, oh no.
So Slaanesh slurps all the jizz out of the galaxy. And basically, all the Eldar that were jizzing at the time get their souls destroyed.
Yeah.
So, I don't really understand why, but from this point on, any Eldar that dies gets eaten by Slaanesh. Their soul gets eaten by Slaanesh.
So my understanding is that like because apparently the Elder Souls are like extra tasty because of the psychical.
Yeah, because they're like super psychic.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas humans are not really like they have like a bit of connection, but not that much.
I guess it's because Eldar feel pain. They feel stuff more.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like extra exciting for Slaanesh.
So it's more like he's like seeking it out. So like it's like every time they're dying, he's like ooh. You know? So he's like really, like whereas human diet is like, I guess I could eat my vegetables. You know? But
Humans are like vegetables. Eldar's like the fatty bit of the meat, the really tasty part.
You press it and you're like
yeah. So basically, what happened was, all the Eldar got in the center of the galaxy where the Eldar lived.
Yeah.
They basically created this like Eye of Terror. That would have echoed really nice.
The room has its purpose. Yeah.
So the Eye of Terror is created. The Eye of Terror is like a big gateway into the warp, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it's a place where the immaterial and the real space meet.
Yeah.
So it's like in there's like planets and shit that are actually kind of in reality and in the warp at the same time.
Yeah. So you have this, and it sort of gets generated by this cataclysm that happens from all the jizz, and then all the Eldar that are there get like sucked into the warp and get sucked into Slaanesh basically eats their souls.
Yeah, exactly.
So the only Eldar that are left are the people on the craft worlds, which are the ships, and the people who are exodites on the random planets around the galaxy that just want to fucking smoke weed and chill out.
Yeah.
So that's basically the Eldar, and then you also have the Webway. And the Webway is this like technology that the Eldar use to travel between places.
It's just like the Autobahn, basically. Or?
Yeah, it's like the Autobahn, but in another dimension.
Yeah. So it's what every German dreams about.
Exactly.
With the German wet dream, you're like, what if I could drive my car at like intergalactic speeds in a different dimension? You know?
So you have real space, which is the galaxy. You have the warp, which is like where the chaos gods live and all the demons live. Then you have the Webway, which is like another like space.
Yeah, something in between.
Something in between.
It was just it's not very clearly explained. It's just like
it's just another. It's portals and stuff.
Okay, sure.
So the Webway is another place, and there's also some Eldar because they can move in the Webway. There's like some Eldar that live in the Webway.
Yeah.
And it's like the Dark Eldar have like cities in the Webway.
Yeah.
I think it's called Komora.
Yeah, Komora is the main.
Yeah.
But okay, so who are the Dark Eldar? Do you know that?
So the Dark Eldar.
Eldar, yes.
The Dark Eldar are like the ones that live in the Webway, and because they're in the Webway, for some reason their souls are not like tied to Slaanesh.
Yeah,
so when they die, they just die.
Yeah, I never really understood that.
I never really
because they also like to me. My understanding was that they're kind of the guys who are still kind of into the orgies, you know, but like. So,
but because they're in the Webway,
they're somehow protected.
Their souls. Yeah. Well, I think
they didn't really stop fucking. You know, like they just added torture to the fucking. And then it's like, okay.
I haven't really got because
I haven't got
into the different codex. I haven't got into that. And then you have the Harlequins that also live in the Webway, but they're also still Eldar.
Yeah, but they have like a special duty which is like protecting the Black Library, right?
Yeah, so there's like a Black Library which is like the repository of knowledge. I don't know, but the whole
who gives a shit? Books, nerd shit.
Harlequins, they like their job is like to tell the story of the gods.
Yeah,
and they like act out this like play.
Yeah, because they're like basically a traveling circus troupe.
Yeah,
so they're like they'll come and steal your daughter.
It's a bit weird,
yeah,
but. Yeah.
So they come to town, they steal your daughter, then they move away to the next town. You know, like that's just what they do. Like they're like, "Hello, we will teach you to do like acrobatic tricks and exploit you." You know, you're like, "Oh, great! I'm 20 years old. Fuck it. You know, I'll go."
Yeah, I think they're a bit like enigmatic. I haven't really worked them out, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like so I used to think that they were really cool when I was a kid because when I was a kid, there was like they were like these like miniatures that didn't sell directly. You had to mail order them, so they were very special, right? And they were like the like extra special Eldar that were like mega elite or whatever, you know, and that made them very like interesting. And now it's just like a plastic kit that you buy, and you're just like. Yeah. Okay, well, it's not as interesting anymore.
I have a somewhat plan to get the Age of Sigmar like river dancer guys.
Oh yeah,
and convert them into Harlequins because I think they're a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
I don't really like the Mohawk Harlequins with the
Yeah.
with the with stuff.
I still have one of the old moles that's like super old metal guy with like a fucking huge mohawk. Like he's not at all dynamic because it's an old mole. It's like one of those where he has like a sword and a pistol, you know. But like, I got it with. Oh shit! Do you remember in Games Workshop where you got like skulls for buying shit, like little stickers?
No.
Okay, so this
is the thing.
This is a campaign when I was a teenager where it was like, okay, you got like a little sticker every time you spent an X amount of money.
Okay.
And then at the like end of whatever period, you like traded the stickers in for like a thing.
Okay.
Basically, and I traded in for like a Harlequin mole for some reason, you know, because it was like what I got a lot of stickers. I was like, I want this one, you know. And then I still had them all, and it's like I have it because I got the stickers. So like, it's my mole.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that was probably before my time. I don't remember that.
Yeah, maybe I was. Yeah, I was probably like 10, 12 or something.
Yeah, before. But I started when I was like 14 or something.
Yeah. So it's probably or maybe around the time we started, 14, I guess. Yeah.
Anyway, so okay. So you got the Harlequins, you got the Dark Eldar. They live in the Webway. The Webway is like a way that the Eldar can actually use to traverse the galaxy.
Yeah, because it's a little bit like the best way I can see it is like, you know, fantasy, right? In fantasy, the dwarves have like the little autobahn under the mountain.
Yeah.
That the Webway is the same thing, but in another dimension.
Yeah.
And it's just it's just like kind of the same theme.
It's a bit like you can travel through the warp.
Yeah.
But it's like a more safer warp.
Yeah. It's like I guess that's maybe a way to think about it. It's like a little tunnel.
It's a tunnel through
in the warp.
Well, it's not through the warp. It's like extra.
But it's like it's like protected.
It's a third dimension.
Yeah, it's like a different dimension, so the warp doesn't enter, unless there's a breach, right? Because that's like one of the things. Like a lot of the like there's a part which I guess you'll get to if you stick to reading Horus Heresy, where like one of the guys like break into the Webway and then let in a lot of demons and shit.
Okay.
A lot of demons want to break into the Webway, but they can't do it unless somebody like makes a little opening or something.
Okay, I didn't know that, but okay, cool. Yeah. That makes sense as well.
So somehow connected, but it's like if you go in the warp, you're in the deep sea. You're just it's like you go on a little sailboat in the storm and you just go like fuck it, let's go to the other side, you know. But like in your Webway, you're like in a nice cozy you're
in a river, you know where you're going.
Yeah, exactly. Or I'm thinking about like you know that like tunnel that they built under fucking LA or whatever, like that's like
the Tesla tunnel.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that. You're like in a little tunnel, you know, and then like but suddenly the tunnel collapses. You're like fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's like the kind of the different Eldar factions, and then on these like craft worlds, which are these like big spaceships that they all live on, they have this thing which is called I can't remember what it's called, but basically what happens is that when the Eldar die, instead of going to Slanesh, they like get like absorbed into this like spirit circuit thing.
It's like a soul. They're called like what, soul stone or spirit stones or something like that.
Yeah,
like
so like the thing that they wear is like I don't know, like let's call it a soul stone.
Yeah,
there's probably like a name for it. And then like when you die, you get like sucked into the stone.
Yeah,
and then the stones get like kind of transported to this like circuit where you like put all the souls, and then the souls kind of stay alive in the craft world.
So this is like
it's like the way of like avoiding getting like sucked up by Slanesh. Like Slanesh, you don't want Slanesh to suck your cock.
Yeah.
You don't want Slanesh to drink your jizz. You want to stay in the fucking soul conduit.
In the Catholic priests like thing, you know, like but it's like this is the juiciest morsel of souls. It's just like it's a big little buffet traveling through the Webway or through the warp or whatever fuck, right? And he's just salivating. It's like, oh, if only I could get that, like. Yeah. It's like little macaron stuff with souls, you know, traveling.
So that's kind of like the basis of the Eldar, and then because they're as I mentioned that they're super autistic, they like really go really hard on these like special like different paths that they can take. So all the warriors basically they have different aspects. Yeah. So they go fucking really hard on like one thing is like I want to set fire to shit, so I'm gonna be a fire dragon. So I want to scream at shit, so I'm going to be a banshee.
I like screaming. I think I'm a scorpion. I'm a striking scorpion.
I don't really get it, but like they get really autistic about these things. And then like the really ones that are like super autistic, they like this. They're like, oh, I've been a scorpion for like 100 years. I really like it. I'm going to keep being a scorpion for another 100 years. They become like an exarch, and they go really fucking hard on like and the rest of my life, I'm just going to be a scorpion. So then they become the exarch.
It's like that one weird guy in class who's like, "Oh, I'm actually a ninja." You're like, "Okay."
Yeah, when I do like ninja shit at home, I like, okay, you're actually like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I do
I'm
ninjutsu classes.
actually a ninja. Yeah. That's that guy. So, I don't really get it, but like you can also be like a seer, and then like the ones that are like a really good seer.
But they're really really psychic. Like
Yeah. So if you're a bit psychic, you can be. I think actually all Eldar can become a seer.
Okay.
But if you want to be like a far seer, then you kind of like you're doing like the autism thing again.
Yeah. Well, you're seeing a lot.
Yeah. And it's like if you want to be a leader, then you do like all the different paths. And then you're like, my autism is like, I want to be a leader, and they're called an autark, which makes sense because they're autistic about everything.
Exactly, like it's so crippling that it's actually good for you all of a sudden, you know.
Yeah, but I also feel like Games Workshop have like really like just ChatGPT like engineered the shit out of this because it's like we need a reason for all these things to be different. Let's just
like in the beginning of time, they were like, what if there was a space elf that pretended to be a spider? That'd be cool. Like that was the motivation, you know. But now they're like,
the spider thing, I don't really get
we have to make up a fucking reason for him to be a spider. Oh, he's autistic. You're like, okay, yeah, great.
Yeah, he's super autistic. Okay, makes sense.
Now I'm on board. I can relate to him.
Yeah. So then you have these like Phoenix Lords who have like the worst names.
You were talking about that before.
Yeah,
right? That was sort of
like really bad. Like the names are so bad.
I don't know any of the names other than
I can talk you through all the Phoenix Lords.
Dude, what?
Really? So I know them all because I've been like researching.
Okay, we did the fireman, so we'll skip him.
So you've got one of them which is like he's like the seer guy. Mm-hmm. So he's like the seer Phoenix Lord. He's called Eldar Ulthwan.
Yeah, this one I know. Yeah, I like the fancy continents.
It's like, okay, not that much interesting. Like it's like you've named it after the place where the high elves are from.
Yeah, exactly. Because 40k is just what if fantasy was in space originally. Yeah. And he was one of the first.
I think
he's like timeline wise, he's one of the first special characters.
I think this is an interesting discussion for the next podcast. Like
tomorrow, you mean?
Possibly, yeah. But yeah, so you got Eldar Ulthwan, he's like the seer guy. Then you've got Fuegan, which we mentioned. He's like the fire guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you have Azurman.
Yeah.
Which is probably the dumbest one. Like the high elves are like the Azure.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like Azure man.
Yeah, he's the man of the Azure.
Like this.
Which aspect is he?
He's the Dire Avengers.
Oh yeah, he's the generalist.
Yeah, general guy. Yeah. And then you have Lycus, which is like maybe the most interesting one. It's like that's the warp spider one.
Oh okay.
That's fine.
But you don't like them all.
I don't really like.
You're not into spiders.
Not really like a big. I think I like the teleport because
cool.
Teleport I'm into as in from a game mechanic.
Yeah.
Because teleport is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't like the model that much, and I don't like the spider thing that much.
I really like them all, to be honest. Like I mean, also because like I'm not married to like it.
It's got like all the jizz stuff.
Yeah, again, he's like just taunting Slanners.
It's a she, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I think it's very dynamic. The model. That's what I like about it. Yeah.
I'm probably converted.
Yeah.
It's okay. Anyway, so look at Lycus, and then you've got Baharoth, which is like the eagle one, which is the flying one.
Oh yeah, the swooping hawks.
It's quite a nice model.
Yeah, they're cool.
But like, I don't think the swooping hawks are that good.
I have no idea what to do.
Yeah,
probably they also can fly around and up and down or something.
Yeah, I think so. And then
let's see, what do we have left? We have striking scorpions, probably.
But that one's not in the codex anymore.
What, they removed them?
Yeah.
Probably because there's no mole.
Yeah.
Because they used to have one.
Yeah.
Then you have the Dark Reapers. That's the guys with the big guns.
Yeah, Muegan Ra or something.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's like emo.
He's like a sniper, he's emo sniper guy.
He looks like the cover of like a 2000s
metal album,
like new metal,
But
with like the skull face.
I don't think he's like good in the game, and I don't really like it. To me, it doesn't really look like Eldar. It looks more like undead.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Dark Reapers themselves are way cooler than he is.
Yeah.
Like his wall is just a bit over the top.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
with the big
exactly.
cloak and shit,
Yeah.
it's just a bit too much.
Too much. and I think that's all the Phoenix Lords.
Isn't there one for the Howling Banshees as well, I think?
Yeah, Jane's are.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
That was
one
okay.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
a cool
okay,
one as
yeah.
well with like the braid
Big-
where it's
big
like supporting.
hair, yeah.
It's cool.
That one I like. So the Phoenix Lords are a little bit interesting. So they're like, basically the background of them is that they're like super autism level, like,
Yeah, like
level
it's the next level autism.
level like 1 million autism level. And what
So
and
the fact that there's only one of their kind in the galaxy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
level autistic.
And then like the what's it called, like the prophecy is like if they all come together at one time, then the world is gonna end, or the galaxy will end.
Okay. Well.
So they're never together.
So
at one
yeah,
time.
so stay away, please.
Yeah, and basically like if they die, then if you pick up their armor and you wear the armor, then you become this.
Oh,
the
they
same
like
one
this,
again.
the soul and
Yeah.
habits.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's a good convenient. Yeah.
That's convenient because that means that even if they die, they can just keep going.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So that's kind
Good
of
for the
thing.
setting.
Yeah, good for the setting. I think so too. And so like the striking scorpion one is like the only one you can't choose. So you can't have them all at the same time,
Yeah.
and that means the world cannot end.
Perfect. Yeah.
So there's one
Probably
that you,
next edition he
Yeah.
has them all again.
yeah, and there'll probably be someone else who you can't use.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the Phoenix Lords, and then like the Wraiths.
Rapes?
Okay.
This I don't know.
Yeah. So you have the robots.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like
So
the rape floors
yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
So there's a thing that's called like wraith singing or something.
yeah.
So Wraithbone is like a material that's like Eldar specific.
it's good for the soul or some shit.
I don't know. So basically, what you can sing a song, and you can create Wraithbone.
Okay.
So you can basically make a boner by singing a song,
Wow, that's a powerful song, right?
and that's how they create the craft worlds, because they sing and then they make the spaceships.
I feel like the Eldars are very obsessed with
Yeah.
with these like boners and
Yeah.
jets and shit.
Yeah, it's all very sexually like oriented. And then basically what happens is if you want to make like a wraith, which is like a robot, you can sing and you can create this exoskeleton for the
Yeah.
robot, and then you use the soul stones
Yeah,
from
like
the
dead guys, right?
from the dead guys in the rocks, and you put them in the robots, and then they create like the moving
Yeah,
robots.
it's like a dreadnought, but
Yeah.
for Eldar. Yeah.
And also the soul stones can be used for weapons, and then the weapons have their own like kind of like sentience.
Yeah.
So it makes them like really good because they can like dodge and like attack
Yeah,
or
they're
whatever.
like faster.
Yeah, so like the
Which is kind of shit that the moles are so static that you're just like, yeah, but like, why didn't you make like some more dynamic ones? And they're like,
yeah. But that's not just for wraiths, that's for like the regular guys as well. So like they just even like the regular swords can like be infused with like a soul of like a dead warrior who's like
Right.
really good at fighting, and that makes the sword really good.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you have the wraiths, and then you have like the wraith lords, which are a bit bigger. I don't know the difference, but I guess they're sort of like really, really good warriors.
Yeah, it's probably the X-Arch or
Yeah.
whatever, right? Like,
And then you have the wraith knights.
yeah, that's
And this
the like
is
Titan.
This is really stupid. This is when you have twins.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. So you have twins.
Okay.
One of them dies,
Okay.
and then you have one of the twins is really sad because their brother or sister died, and their soul can be put into the Wraith Lord, in the Wraith Knight, the really big one,
The dead or the live one?
the dead one.
Okay.
The dead one can go into like the body,
Yeah.
and they can sit in the cockpit.
Okay.
And because they're twins, they have like some sort of psychic connection.
Yeah.
Which means that they can power the big one.
I mean, okay.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Also considering like the fact that Eldar don't really have a lot of kids, right? Like it's just like elves in fantasy, right? Like
Yeah.
they fuck a lot, but they don't actually conceive a lot.
Yeah.
Like they're just like their sperm are not very strong, not good swimmers. And then
They're just like powder.
yeah.
They've been fucking so much, it's just powder now.
So,
Yeah.
but
So if you have twins, it's like super
it's
rare.
super rare. And then you're like, oh fuck yeah, twins, kill one of them. And like there comes a guy and comes in like, you know, like the rabbi comes and like stabs the twin. You
Just
know?
so you can put it in the Wraith
Yeah,
Knight.
it's like okay.
yeah.
I
So,
guess.
so apparently, the Wraith Knights is like when you get a twin, one dies, One goes in the machine, one goes in the cockpit, and then they can apparently because they're twins, they can just power the Wraith Knight.
Yeah.
To me, it's a bit like okay. I could have thought of a better way of doing this. But
It's a bit like it's like one of those things where it doesn't actually really make sense to what would be cool. Yeah, what if they're like psychically connected?
To me, it's like worse than Ninth Age.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is what it is. So that's the Eldar. I think I know quite a lot about Eldar.
I think so too. I'm impressed. Yeah.
I've been reading.
I think to be honest, while you were having this explanation, I'm like, if we were talking about my faction, would I be able to? I feel like my explanation of this would be a lot more like haphazard. You know, I'm like you're like, oh, it's like this, and I'm like, no.
I fucking know everything.
I'm gonna tell you the vibes, but not actually what's going on. You know.
I've been reading this shit. I've been listening to YouTube videos. I know everything about Eldar.
Wow, impressive. Okay,
I don't know how to.
Still have not played the game.
I've not played the game.
I paid 1,000 points.
I played 3 games of Kill Team.
I paid 1,000 points. And I've
bought an army.
I read a lot of shit. I'm so prepared, bro.
I'm ready.
I know.
I'm ready to play. I'm ready tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna play a game of 40k. That's my goal. And I will.
It's like, you come to the table and they're like, "Do you roll rules?" And you're like, "No, but I know how."
I read it once.
I know how a Wraith Knight is made. Okay, I can make it right now.
But I also feel like that's maybe like half the community.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
in 40k.
40k is like most people never play.
Like in Ninth Age, I guess it's like everyone has played like 1,000 games.
Yeah, like
and maybe
plays.
half of them online.
Yeah, but like everybody plays. It's like like there's no reason to be into Ninth Age without playing.
But 40k.
40k, there's I would say like most of the sales of 40k I think are to people who almost never play. Like maybe they played a couple of times, but most people are like collectors. If I had to guess, like you read the fluff, you paint, collectors, and then you play
2 or 3 games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a couple of times a year, and that's it.
I feel like it's probably going to be quite fun to get good at 40k.
Okay.
Because there's going to be a lot of noobs and
just stomp
noobs.
Yeah, I do think that like if you go to tournaments, also because tournaments are really big, you're gonna end up with this thing where it's like when you're on the
after 3 games, you're gonna be playing like
when
the people at your level.
When you're on the bottom table, you're gonna just like destroy people. You know? And then like okay, well at the top obviously people know what they're doing, but like the amount of people who have no idea what's going on is gonna be way bigger than
compared to Ninth Age, like where everyone is like
everybody like even
medium player.
Yeah, like even the people who like when you play Ninth Age, you're like this guy's not good. They still kind of know what they're doing. You know?
Like at ETC, like the last year, I got completely outclassed.
Okay.
Like I was also playing like a shit list.
Yeah.
But it was like I was playing like my fun teleport list, and it's like this is cute, but you're gonna get fucked. Yeah. So I feel like it's gonna be a little bit more interesting playing 40k. I have no idea what to expect. No idea. I haven't even played a fucking game yet. Like, let's not even talking about tournaments, but like
sure.
I think it's gonna be different to Ninth Age. I'm excited for that just to see what happens.
I'm like that to me is like I'm really like something different. Like that to me is like it doesn't like I don't care if it's like better or worse per se, but just the fact that it's different. That's the thing. Yeah.
So Casimir, we can quite easily stop the podcast here.
Yeah.
It's like 3 in the morning, whatever. We're 20 beers deep. But do you want to do what does Casimir know about Chaos Space Marines?
I feel like
do we need more beer?
I need more beer, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm up for it. I'm not actually tired.
I'm okay. I'm actually surprised that it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought it'd be like 10.
Yeah.
So okay, we'll take a break now.
Yeah.
Maybe we come back.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see
maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe let's see. We come back and we do some more podcast.
Yeah. That's good. Oh, I miss podcasting. It's fun.
If I was a centaur, fuck horses all the time.
This is not really an answerable question.
No.
So precarious.
It doesn't matter.
The precariousness.
Alright, let's do this.
Well then, take a seat at the table, Pete.
Yeah, exactly. Take a child seat.
In that case,
I'll take a child seat.
Pointing in this direction.
Take 5.
Do you want some lubrication?
Yeah.
This is not lubrication.
Well, it kind of is.
But do you need a glass? Is what we're asking.
I'm gonna use this wine glass over here.
This is so fucking hobo.
This is how you get a good sound quality.
Using a single cork.
It doesn't matter that
Bottle.
much. It'll be fine on the table. It's just okay.
We've been podcasting for years.
It's literally been 10 years.
It's 10 years of
10 years.
podcasting. And the microphone is a phone.
To the day?
No, but it's,
Happy birthday, Henry! Oh my god!
we did 100 episodes of Hammer Time.
Yeah.
And what was the first episode? When did it come out?
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
More
On the
than
day?
Basically, right around the time we met, like,
Yeah.
so
around 10 years ago from now.
You met Henry 10 years ago. What was he like 10 years ago?
Same.
a little bit less wrinkles.
I was gonna say there was probably more nudity back then, or maybe it's just this crowd.
Feels the same.
It's the same amount of nudity.
I don't get my dick out that much, to be fair.
I've only
I
seen
compared to
Ulrich's
some
dick.
people. Like,
Compared to Rasmus.
It's also fair.
I've seen Ulrich's dick and Rasmus's butthole.
In Rasmus's butthole. That's
And Rasmus.
oh, and subtle difference.
in a way, I feel like seeing Ulrich's sex toy and putting our hands inside of it was probably worse than seeing his dick. Now, seeing a dick is not
Oh, the
that bad.
flashlight?
That sex toy has now gone to the rugby club.
Yeah, like that, but that was according to Ulrich, well used.
The only thing I remember was being
He said he
amazed
cleaned it though. He put it in the dishwasher. When you were so many told us.
when you were swinging it above your head in the bar.
In the bar.
I remember you swinging them, and I was amazed at how much it actually could extend. It's like a meter and a half.
Like, one of my favorite photos is when you were like flirting with some girl and you had it in your hand, and she's like fucking elbow deep.
Elbow deep in it.
And your face is like this, you're like,
Like, oh fuck, this is happening.
and she's just like fucking
You were like a deer in headlights, man.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, this was unexpected.
How the fuck did that situation even come about?
No one knows.
It's a great,
Oh, man.
it's a great pickup line to bring the
I
bring the
missed
flashlight.
most of that
You see
night.
my flashlight?
Like I was at the bar for like half an hour, puked, and I was like, I'm going home. Fuck this.
I actually think I remember.
Okay, so we discussed, we had a podcast, and after the podcast we were discussing like a little bit more like deeper, like, okay, 40k fluff is actually quite deep.
Oh,
And because I've been reading it recently, I'm like, I think it asks some really interesting questions.
such as.
So do you see why I was like, we need to podcast now before we lose this energy?
Okay, yeah, I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
so
It's got Munich beer halls in the 1930s written all over it.
Yeah, the theme song, extermination, aliens, bad.
You see, here's where the problem occurred. It was this one particular group who didn't adhere to the truth.
It's the Eldar. It's the Eldar. It's the fucking Eldar.
Yeah.
okay, so I've been reading the Horus Heresy, and I've read the first 2.5 books, and I've also read like a little bit of like I've read like the Eldar Codex. That's basically where I'm at.
Okay.
But I think that the Horus Heresy actually asks some really interesting questions. So obviously you have like the Imperium of Man, where the Emperor is like this, it's like guiding light of some sort.
Yeah.
And initially he's like just a bloke who's like really anti-religion.
He's like Muad'Dib.
Yeah, you could say that. If you want to go with like the Dune analogy, he's like a little bit, he's like this. But I actually think without knowing Dune too much, I would guess that
They definitely
Muad'Dib becomes like a religious thing.
Right.
But it's also the Emperor also becomes a religious thing to the people. Even despite him being like very anti-religion, he still becomes religion. And
Yeah.
in my head, I actually think this is his plan. But he says he doesn't want to become a god, but I think he actually wants to become a god.
You know that there's like one specific chapter that turns is it the word bearers or something, like one of the
traitor, like
they are really like
they already think he's a god, right?
so they think he's a god, and he has them
like officially
he
rebuked.
brutalizes
Yeah.
them. Like I think they take
You get them like officially censored, basically.
yeah, they get
And
they
then
get
they're like,
fucked over.
Maybe he's not the real god.
Yeah.
And then they find the real god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Horn, right?
But
just
I think this is
Wait,
also
it's the world leaders that are
I think this is
calling
like an interesting
Oh,
question. Is like, well, like what is a god? Because I think I think the world of like the galaxy, I guess, of 40k is like a bit of like a reflection on our own world.
There are many
And I
things
think
there,
and I think this like question of religion is like a really interesting question. It's like, what is a god? And if you look at it in the 40k sense, like the emperor is only a god because he's like super powerful, and he's only super powerful because I mean in the 40k universe he's a psycho. But you could equally transpire that to like science, and you could say, okay, like if you become so good at science and so omnipotent with research and whatever, and you get to such a point that you can do all these things, are you a god? And I think that's like a really interesting question to ask.
But here's a question then. I mean, weren't there societies before where the rulers were divine?
Not in
Yeah,
40K.
Like India? Wasn't India like...
Oh, you mean on like our planet?
Yeah.
Yeah, like many, like even like
Egypt maybe too?
yeah, but even in like
It's a
even
common
in
way of
Europe, even in
controlling
Europe,
people,
it's like the kings were like divinely ordained, right?
Yeah, because it's a way of protecting your power, right? It's like, why are you not supposed to challenge me? Well, let me tell you, there's a guy in the sky, and he fucking loves me, bro. And I'm his best pal.
But so he's not actually a god.
So in Egypt,
some of them are like legit gods.
Yeah,
So
in Egypt he is a god, but it's a whole like, why should you not challenge me? Well,
Right.
there's stuff in the sky that tells me that you should not challenge me.
But
Santa Claus said so.
Yeah,
But
Santa Claus.
But
is
the
pretty
40k,
cool.
the
He loves
40k
me,
universe
bro.
is the 40k universe is a bit different because I feel like as soon as you start worshipping someone, they get some kind of psychic powers.
So it's like American Gods. You read this book?
No.
No, I've heard about it, but I haven't read it. It's like a Neil Gaiman.
Okay. But I feel like in the 40k universe, which is obviously different to our material universe, that you have the warp, and the warp manifests sort of energy. Let's say, so if you're like worshipping like a god, like with the chaos gods, like with the Eldar, they got so deep down their like perversion that they birthed this god. And by like worshipping, by fucking, you sort of empower Slanesh, let's say.
Yeah, like worshipping
For pleasure, indulging in pleasure.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, like worshipping pleasure.
Yeah, and by indulging in change, you worship Zinj. So in the same way as like by worshipping the emperor, by like praying to the emperor,
Indulging in his security, maybe.
yeah, like in some way you give power to the emperor as a cult and as a god. So I think I don't know, but I think he's kind of actually become a god because people started worshipping him.
Yeah.
And I think it's like a really interesting analogy, like to power and religion in our own world. Is like, well, if enough people believe it, it doesn't really matter if it's real or not because enough people believe it, and then it becomes like a power.
Yeah, I think circling back to your point from before, it's the old element of saying that enough sophisticated science will appear indifferentiable to magic.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, there's a point at which like because so like when they're kind of
quantifiable
when
how
they're
strong these people become, right?
because they before they realize there's chaos gods, they're trying to define like the heresy is like it's just like an entity in the warp. It's like it's still science. It's still like a real animal. Mm-hmm. It's just living in a different plane. So like the chaos gods, they're not like it's not that they're magic. It's just that they have a different existence. It's still like a Xenos species, but it's just living in a different plane and can manifest things in a different way. So it's quite interesting how they initially start to try and like
understand
what the chaos gods are, because initially they just say, well, it's just a Xenos species that lives in the warp. And the warp, the warp can obviously affect the mortal realm in a limited way, but it's still just like another alien in a different like dimension, basically. And I feel like that's super interesting in the case of like our reality, because it's relatable. Like, we obviously live very grounded in science and our own reality.
But have you ever met an interdimensional being?
Has he been that high?
And this is where somebody whips out the bag of mushrooms.
Yeah, exactly.
like,
boys,
do you want to meet him?
It's 3 a.m. Let's go.
No, but I think it's quite I think it's quite a poignant question. Because I had
So if we all indulge in mushrooms, which chaos god are we fueling?
Fucking
Zeech, right?
Yeah, probably seems. Yeah.
I mean, on the straight up like.
I mean, it's a poison though.
Yeah,
So
it
if
could
you're
be
trying to
Nurgle.
survive, it could be Nurgle.
Could be Nurgle, yeah.
You could also, like, if you go clubbing, it's
Life.
immediately like Slanish themed.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but then it's cocaine, it's not mushrooms, like.
Well,
Depends what you want to do, right?
I probably feel like Slanish
it's
is more like
underrated.
Molly or ecstasy. I'm not well, but some of these MDMA, like the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
if
Yeah,
you're having a
caffeine.
really really serious argument with someone, you're still petting them, like.
Yeah, how do the rules work?
Exactly. Why did you hit me? There's no need to hit me. And when you're like petting them, they're trying to lick
Why are
That's like a great conflict
it
resolution.
doesn't make sense that they're all violent, the chaos gods. Why are they all violent?
I
They manifest-
have a theory of this. I actually wrote a short story a long time ago for when we did a 40K.
Nerd.
It's more like a short story. It's more like a campaign setting. And so the point is the more potent,
Justifiable.
the more potent the feeling, the more effective the energy. Like going the Monsters Inc. Analogy, right?
Yeah.
You harvest the screams for energy, basically, right? And so I think that's why the potency increases, and then I think it's also something to do with the fact that what you associate with it will kind of reproduce itself. I think there's like a joke in there about that excess will then be like excess will be indulged until it's like it becomes more and more perverted, and this way you wind up with all the piercing and the gag balls and the tentacles and all that stuff.
Why would Slaanesh want to kill people and not fuck them?
Well,
Because pain is pleasure.
yeah.
Because the exquisite
It's a
pain of-
dichotomy.
Yeah.
But why would Nurgle want to kill people? Or
Because
Zeech?
it's
Or...
that, like,
Because
that's
decay
like,
is like a natural order of things.
yeah,
right?
exactly. Like that,
I
that's.
thought Nurgle was
I-
always about defying decay, though.
Yeah, so here's the thing. They don't. The only one that really like kills.
Is corn.
But is
Corn
corn.
makes sense,
Yeah.
right? But they're
blood-
all kind of like corn.
Yeah, they all kind of kill people, but I would say the corny one is like that's for the blood, like that's for the screams and whatnot, right? In the same sense, and for the skulls, for the skull throne and all that stuff, right? That's just. So
Yeah,
it's more
it's
the
like that.
associated
like,
feeling.
Like Slaanesh is like the pleasure of killing someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
or the
Nurgle is
pleasure of
like you
inflicting
kill someone
pains.
and then they decay and compose into these bacteria that like
Yeah, it's-
fuel Nurgle. And
But it's
I
also
think
like some
Zeech
kind
is
of-
maybe more the more abstract one.
Yeah, like, but it's like the thing they usually describe
But then
as is
it's
like
like a changing of-
it's Nurgle is
like a
stasis.
superiority thing, maybe.
It's like Nurgle is like a stasis of like an unending existence of like there is life, but it's not changing. It's just like kind of existing. And and scenes just like a change of like that's why they, like there's
That's why they hate each other.
Yeah, exactly. They have like different. The gods hate each other in different ways, and Nurgle and Siege hate each other. Because Nurgle is all about like stasis, about like everything existing in a certain level all the time, and Siege is about change, right? Where you like whatever it is, it doesn't matter exactly what it is, as long as it's fluctuating, you know.
And so it's like equilibrium versus.
Yeah, exactly. And then like the decay is like some kind of equilibrium where everything like decomposes into one state of matter, right?
Also, for a second, just think about how fucking original it is by the guys who came up with this.
Oh man, like it's really good.
Yeah.
It's
It's
really,
like
really good.
I've
They
always.
definitely drew influences from stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
without
sure
doubt,
they did,
without
but it's
doubt,
but putting it all together, like
It's still
the Roman
cool.
Empire, 40,000 years in the future is like kind of we
Yeah, it's
we
like,
could get there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the Ultramarines are like they
Yeah.
don't have red shields; they have
Yeah.
blue shields.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, bro, fucking chill.
Yeah. So, but I would I'm 100% agreeing with you, Henry, that the interesting thing about all the 40K lore is the more religious aspects of it. and all those like the secrets, like that. Have you gotten deep into like the imperial truth and the primordial truth?
Not yet.
Oh
no.
Yeah, I think
This is where the philosophy books hit you.
But like I think okay, like just to bring it back to like the discussion a bit, like it's interesting because obviously we talked a little bit like very briefly about religion, but also like about so the Horus Heresy, that they're going on this crusade and they're like, well, if the world doesn't conform to our belief, then we fucking nuke it.
Yeah, burn it.
But obviously there's some characters who feel a bit.
It's like there's full belief, like there's no hesitation, right?
But there's some characters who feel like morality towards the humans because they're humans and they're like, well,
they are probably the one that wind up traitor, right?
Yeah, but it's more
the truth,
but it's more like
what I'm
okay, like the humans are not conforming to our ideology, but they call the Earth terror. It's the same as us, but they just fight for what they believe in the same way as we are, and I think that's quite like an interesting like debate, like not a debate, but it's like an interesting moral question. It's like, well, if the emperor is the superior truth, then maybe instead of like just deleting them, like there's like a more of like a nuanced way of trying to incorporate them into your empire rather than just saying, okay, you said no, now we fucking destroy you. Like, and I think that's like an interesting like moral question as well. And
but it's very clear that they don't have it right, and that there probably is a better way to do.
Yeah,
things.
absolutely, and that's like I think a question that the authors, but the setting is trying to ask as well.
No, I think the humans are definitely like the Imperium is definitely like the most evil.
Yeah, absolutely, but it's framed as the truth, and it's framed as like the good guys.
Yeah.
But obviously, like when you're reading it, you're like these guys are fucked up. and I think that's like an interesting like like angle.
But don't you think?
But who's the least evil?
Well,
the Tau. I don't know. I'm
I think the Tau.
But it's also a question. That's a really good question, actually, Pete. Because I think like part of it is like, well, maybe chaos is actually the less evil.
What? No, there's no way.
Yeah, but
yes.
But like I'm not saying that. I'm not saying this is my point of view, but I'm saying, well, okay, like. The Chaos guys are more like, well, what do you want to do? Like, the Chaos guys are more like freedom of religion.
They're like total sluts. They're like, well, I'll let you do whatever you want as long as you let me.
But here's why.
Get into your dimension so I can ruin it.
So now we're like tangentially into what I want to talk about when we're finally gonna have like the Chaos part. Is like, but like the Chaos people are anarchists. And like anarchists in our world has like a bit of a bad rap, but like what does anarchy mean is like
it's not that anarchy has a bad rap, it's that humans can't be trusted.
But it's like anarchy.
That's like a really interesting point.
Anarchy means like the absence of hierarchy, where you just say
it's the absence of a government.
Yes, and you just say like, okay,
the absence of
it's like we don't need
There's no rules.
We don't. Yeah, but it's not exactly that. It's more like we don't need somebody to rule us. We will organize ourselves to help each other, basically. And chaos is very much like that in a way, right? Where it's like you do whatever the fuck you want. And you will find other people who will support you in that, essentially. And that,
well,
like
no,
that to
that's
me
not
is...
true, but then look at their dimension. It's a shithole.
Yeah, well... it's a shithole having a good time. Like.
It depends what you're into.
Yeah, exactly. If you're into it, it's a good time.
But what did you say before, Pete? Because I thought it was an interesting point.
What?
I can't remember. What was your initial reaction to
who's the most evil?
No, fuck no anarchy. Humans will fuck it up.
Yeah, humans will fuck it up, right?
You can't, like, if humans were, like, anarchy's great, but we're fucking apes,
And I think this is what the story is actually, like, one of the points that the story is making is that the Space Marines, they're human and they have flaws, and they actually are, like, just...
Apes
fucking it up, because they're so... They're basically like a construct that's been given like a parameter, and they follow this parameter like we talked about before, like to a fault, like in a really autistic way. Like we just kill
Everybody is
stuff.
autistic.
We just kill stuff.
In the far future,
Everyone is autistic.
Yes, this is my
Grim
thesis.
darkness of the far future. There's
Everyone-
only
only autism.
No, there's only autism.
This is my thesis statement. This is my thesis statement.
The Romans probably think we have autism. And they had lead poisoning out there. Wow.
So here's the question.
So we're really dumb.
Pete, here's the question. Do you think the lead poison actually counteracted the autism in a way? And that's why their society functioned?
No,
it's like you have two bad things and then you're like, oh, actually it works out good. Because
So
like
what's
now
up
you're...
for what is it for us? What did we, the microplastics?
Yeah, no, but this is what I'm saying. Like we've been doing it well so far.
How much
like
microplastics?
it's been good.
You don't have enough
because we don't
microplastics
have
in you, bro.
Exactly, because we didn't have poison.
Those numbers
But now we're entering the age of the microplastic, where it actually, because obviously it had to saturate the new balls, you know.
So why do you think they cancel each other out and they don't just like synergize?
No, I think they cancel each other out for a while.
Clearly synergize.
No, yeah, but this is the thing. But they took the lead out of the gasoline, and now we have a problem because now they're
That's when anti-vaxxers started coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Anti-vaxxers started
have a
after
sharp
the
intuition here where everybody falls to tin hat.
I think this is bulletproof. But.
Actually, maybe vaccines are the reason I'm not completely out of it. Maybe it's vaccines
The
is the only
philosophy
reason
just
I'm not fully
went out the window.
It's probably the quote of the year, to be honest. They removed the lead from the gas, and now we have